Oh, what a goal. Surely.
I get to complete NCEL Division One.
A huge result to get the win here.
Let's get straight into it. And let's go.
Right, hello everyone and welcome to this new video on the channel. So today I get to complete NCEL Division 1, the 22nd of 22 grounds as we head to Bracken Edge for Yorkshire Amateur versus Louth Town. So in today's video I've got my thoughts pre and post match as well as the match day vlog itself, and then at the end of the video with a bit of new ground on the channel we're going to rate the ground. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So just before we get this video underway, if I could ask a huge favour from you all, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and drop the video a like, whether you're an old or new viewer. Any support really does help this channel grow and is really appreciated by myself. Let's aim for 30 likes on this video. But anyway, let's get into my pre-match thoughts. So let's start off with the league table then, and both these teams are at the wrong end of the table. And starting with home team Yorkshire Amateur, they're actually at the foot of the table in 22nd place out of 22 teams, having only 7 points so far this season with 2 wins, 1 draw and 16 defeats. Whereas Louth Town are a couple of places higher, they're currently in 18th place after 5 wins, 5 draws and 10 defeats so far this season. So Yorkshire Amateurs' last game was in the West Riding Cup in midweek, where they had a 4-1 defeat at Campion. And in the league, the last game was actually a win, where they beat Ilkley, who are fighting for a playoff place, 1-0 at home. So like I said, they've only won 2 so far this season. I'm going to talk about the other one in a minute, but one of them was the last league game. So it's, yeah, I mean, that kind of says it itself. They've played 19 games, only got 2 wins so far. It's been a pretty poor season for Yorkshire Amateur. Just not been able to turn it around since the Northern Premier League days. I mean, they had back-to-back relegations, and that were from, being in mid-table at Northern Premier League East, but they failed for ground grading. So obviously the players left and then finished bottom of the NCEL Premier Division the season after. And they were actually in the relegation zone last season in this division, but they just survived on points per game. So yeah, it's things are going downhill for Yorkshire Amateur. Hopefully we can turn it around. But yeah, it's not looking good so far this season. It does look like, unless there's a miracle, they are probably going to get relegated. But like I say, hopefully they can pick up a few more points. And as for Louth Town, their last result was a 1-1 draw away at Harrogate Railway. So they've currently drawn the last 2 games and they are winless in the last 3. It's been a pretty poor season, to be fair, for Louth. Like I say, it's the second season in the NCEL after winning the Lincolnshire Premier Division 2 seasons ago, and finished around mid-table last year. And I thought they'd kind of be around similar again, but they've not had the best of years. They've, they've been down kind of bottom 5 or 6 for most of the season. So like I say, they've wanted to climb out of that and hopefully aim for a mid-table finish again. But like I say, I think the main thing at the minute is keeping out of that bottom 3, because there's been some weird results. Like I say, Yorkshire Amateur beating Ilkley and a few others as well around the bottom. So, Louth will be wanting to stay away from that as much as they can. So in the previous meetings between these 2 teams last season, at the game at Bracken Edge, it was a 1-1 draw. And then in the match at Louth ran out 2-0 winners. And they've actually played each other already this season on the first game of the 24-25 season. And it was actually Yorkshire Amateur who won by 3-1, first game of the season. And I predicted Yorkshire Amateur to finish bottom. So I was a bit worried when I saw that with my prediction, but like I said I'd talk about the other win. That is the other win of the season, which are against Louth. So in the last 3 games, Louth have won 1, Yorkshire Amateur have won 1, and the other game finished in a draw. So I think that brings me nicely on to my prediction. So can Yorkshire Amateur climb off the bottom with a win, or are Louth going to move further away from the relegation zone? My prediction is, I think this is going to be a close game. I don't think there's going to be a lot in this, to be fair, but I am going to go for Louth. Like I say, Yorkshire Amateur bottom of the league. They did get a win, like I say, in the last league game, but I think Louth's going to take it. I'm going to go Yorkshire Amateur 1, Louth Town 2. Anyway, that's it for my pre-match thoughts then. So, like I said, 22nd out of 22 grounds in this division. Finally get to complete it. I've been wanting to complete it for a while, being my kind of like no local non-league league. So yeah, it feels good to be able to do that then. So I think it's time to do it. So without further ado then, let's head on over to Bracken Edge and see how today's game goes.
He just wants to win now.
Play the second ball.
Oh. Oh. Yeah. I would say it's penalties. We're going to be down to 10, aren't we?
Yeah.
100%.
Number 8, isn't it?
Their best player as well. Wait. Huh. Or is it? Ball to Louth.
Thank you.
Ball up.
Did well there.
Well, I've got. Oh, what a goal! Where've got from there? Think so, yeah. Oh! 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 Fair play. Nice. Oh, surely. Yeah, this could be a huge result if they get the win here. What a ball. Oh. 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 All time 2-1 to Yorkshire Amateur. That's a huge win for the Amis.
Okay, so it's now the next day. I've actually just got back from Catering. I went straight out after the match last night, so I didn't have time to film after the match. So I'm filming these post matches back to back. So the Catering one will be out the day after this is released. So anyway, moving on to this video, at full time it was Yorkshire Amateur to Louth Town 1, and fair play to Yorkshire Amateur. I thought they were the better team by some distance. If you said which team were bottom and which team were outside the relegation zone, I'd have probably got on the wrong way around, to be fair. They were much a better team. I thought Louth looked really poor, to be honest with you. Didn't really create a lot, and not a good performance from them at all. As for Yorkshire Amateur, like I say, they had most of the play in the first half. With Louth, it was basically a set piece, kind of like a one-shot, one-goal kind of scenario, and they went into half-time with a 1-0 lead. But then Yorkshire Amateur came back, a lovely strike for the equaliser to make it 1-1, and then you could tell a second goal were coming, and it certainly did. And credit to Yorkshire Amateur. Like I say, they really need that win. They've had 3 wins so far this season. 2 of them have come against Louth. So, like I say, unfortunately for them, Appleby, Frodingham got a rare win as well. So they do stay bottom of the table, level on points with Appleby. But that win is huge. If it does come to points per game at the end of the season, then any point down at the bottom is going to be an absolutely huge point. So massive result, and that's actually 2 wins in a row in the league as well. So can they keep this run going? As for Louth, they've got to be careful. I think they're only 2 points outside the relegation zone now, but don't want to be getting dragged into that. Because it's like I said, teams are picking up results from everywhere. Like Appleby beating Armford, you didn't see that coming, and there've been a few others as well. So if they're not careful, they could easily get dragged into that. And on that performance, it wouldn't surprise me if they did, because I thought they were really poor. So anyway, a very good win for Yorkshire Amateur, a very bad defeat for Louth. Been a good day at Yorkshire Amateur, so I suppose all that is left to do is rate the ground. Okay, so it's time to rate the ground. So if you're new to the channel, what we do is each time we visit a new ground in the season, we give them a rating on 5 different categories. So we've got the pre-match, the catering, the ground, the atmosphere, and the overall enjoyment. Each is going to get a score out of 5, a total score out of 25, and then we'll put it into a table with all the other grounds we've been to this season. So this time, it's the turn of Yorkshire Amateur, so without further ado, let's get straight into it and rate the ground. So we'll start with pre-match then, so what is there to do before the game. So in non-league, this is mainly going to be their clubhouse, and it's a pretty nice clubhouse at Yorkshire Amateur, to be fair. It's a very, very big building. Sky Sports News on plenty of TVs all around the clubhouse. You've got some big tables, a good bar as well, and it's quite a nice facility, to be fair. So in terms of pre-match, it's going to get a 4 out of 5. Next up, we've got the catering, and I got a burger and chips, and to be fair, it tasted real nice. The chips were real nice. Burger were a pretty standard burger, to be fair, but the chips were really good. In terms of bar, we've got plenty of choices of drinks. Price weren't too bad either, and service were pretty good as well. So nothing absolutely fantastic, but all the basics were really good. So in terms of catering, I'm going to go for a 3.5 out of 5. Next up, we've got the ground, and I'll be honest, it's probably not one of the better grounds in this league, if I'm being honest with you. Not too much. It's kind of just 3 standard sides with just a railing basically, and then a few kind of covered terraces and a bit of a seating one on the main side of the pitch. Like I say, not really a lot that it's not terrible, but not really too much that I'm a fan of. So in terms of ground, it's going to get a 1.5 out of 5. Next, we've got atmosphere, and like I say, these are the 2 teams with the lowest attendances in the league. There were only 34 at the game, and you could kind of tell, to be fair, it was a pretty quiet one. Not really a lot of noise being made all in all, so it's going to have to go low for atmosphere. It's going to get a 1.5 out of 5. And finally, we've got overall enjoyment. It's been a decent one, to be fair. Saw a pretty decent game. 3 goals, a massive 2-1 win for Yorkshire Amateur. Good battle between 2 teams down there at the wrong end of the table. And to get to see the final ground in the NCEL Division One as well. So, decent day overall. It's going to get a 3 out of 5. This gives Yorkshire Amateur a total score of 13.5 out of 25, which puts them into 31st place. So they're level on a few teams on 13.5. However, if the level on points, the deciding factor is overall enjoyment. So as you can see, they are level with a few other teams. So then the deciding factor after that is the ground. So obviously we've got quite a low score for ground, so that is why they are placed where they are in the table. So yeah, enjoyed getting down to Yorkshire Amateur, and enjoyed, like I say, ticking off the final one of the 22 clubs in the NCEL Division One. So like I say, thank you very much to Yorkshire Amateur for the hospitality, and congratulations on the win. Hopefully, like I say, we can avoid the drop, and Louth can, you know, stay clear of the relegation zone. So I'm sure I'll see both teams again at some point this season on their channel. But until the next video, I'm going to leave it here. So thank you very much for watching. If you're new around here, please subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. Whether you're an old or new viewer, any support really does help the channel grow, and it's greatly appreciated by me. Also, remember to follow me on social media at Adam Gittings PT on pretty much everything. So the next match on the channel, like I say, I'm actually filming this after that match. So the next match you'll see is probably going to be released on Monday. We've got Catering Town versus Doncaster Rovers, which has been played on Sunday. So until that video, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.